Hello children, welcome to our biology session. We have a coordination lesson in our 10th class. To understand the lesson in a better way, we need some prerequisites. And those prerequisites are taken from our previous classes. And we have taken those prerequisites from our 6th class which are related to this lesson. We are going to the topic movement in animals from the 6th class. Observe here children, we have studied movements in animals lesson in our 6th class. You might have observed so many animals in your surroundings and you might have observed their movement also. Observe here children, in this picture you might have observed so many animals. And while observing, think about their movement also. Where are the ants? Can you find the crows in this picture? And how do butterflies move from one place to another place? How do snakes move from one place to another place? Is sparrow a flying bird or a flightless bird? Try to recollect their movement. The basic difference between plants and animals is plants cannot move, but animals move from one place to another place. Then why do animals move from one place to another place? It is very important for the animals to move from one place to another place. All the green plants can prepare their own food, but animals, they cannot prepare their own food. They depend on plants or other animals for their food requirements. So to find the food, animals have to move from one place to another place. We know that plants are fixed at a place, but animals have to move from one place to another place for their survival. So to find food, they have to move from one place to another place. And next point is to have shelter, because they have to be protected from the hot sun, cool weather, or from the harsh weather like extreme rain, flood, cyclone, like that. So to have a protective shelter, they have to move from one place to another place. And next one is they have to escape from their enemies or predators. So to escape from them, to find a safe place, they have to move from one place to another place. And the important life process is reproduction. To find their mates and to find a healthy breeding site or to find a healthy nesting site, they have to move from one place to another place. So it is necessary for the animals to move from one place to another place. Observe here children. You know that animals all move from one place to another place. But do they all move in the same way? No. If you observed in this picture, fishes swim in the water, birds fly in the air, and some animals live on the land. But they also show a diversity in their movements. Some animals run, some animals walk, some animals jump, some animals hop. Here, you can see that animals exhibit a wide variety of movements according to their environment and also for their survival needs. Every animal, from the smallest animal to the largest animal, they show movement, and that movement is unique. Here is a table, and we human beings also move from one place to another place, and while moving, our body parts also move. Daily we do so many works. While walking, running, writing, or doing any work or carrying anything, we have to move our body parts. This is the neck of our body. Can you able to rotate your neck completely or partially? Just imagine or just to do this. We cannot move our neck completely. We can move it only partially. And next point is, are you able to bend neck? See, we can bend our neck. So here you write S. And are you able to lift anything with your neck? No, we cannot lift anything with our neck. So you have to write here no. And next one, are you able to move your neck from one place to another place? No, we cannot move our neck from one place to another place. So write here also no. And the next, coming to the next part, wrist. So this is our wrist. We say it as manikattu in Telugu. We can rotate it completely. So right here, completely. Are you able to bend your wrist? Yes, we can bend our wrist. And can you able to lift anything with your wrist joint? No, we cannot able to lift anything. Can you move your wrist? No. So right here, no. And the next, our fingers. See here children. Are you able to rotate your fingers? Yes, we are able to rotate fingers. Here we have to write completely. Next, Are you able to bend your fingers? Yes, we are able to bend our fingers. Right here, S. Can you lift anything with your fingers? Yes, I can lift this pen. So you have to write here S. Can you able to move your fingers? Yes. So write here S. Like that, try to complete this table. How you are able to move in different ways and what parts of our body are responsible for all these movements. Come, let us know. Basically, human beings are terrestrial animals. We live on land. So we show land movements. What is a movement? The ability of organisms to change position using their body parts is called as the movements. Observe here, children. Children are showing different movements. They are using different body parts to show different types of movements. And how all these movements are possible. Almost all our body movements depend upon muscles, bones and joints. Because of their coordination only, we are able to move from one place to another place or we are able to move our body parts. Expansion and contraction of muscles makes the bone move. Bones and muscles help us to perform different movements and activities. And observe the picture, children, here. Inside this picture, you can find muscles, bones and joints. Here, we can find muscles throughout our body. Muscles are tender, fleshy structures. They always work in pairs. And here, you can find the bones also. An adult human being consists of 206 bones. The different bones of our body combine together to form a structure called as the skeleton, and this is the skeleton of human beings. This is a joint, we call it as an elbow joint, and this is our knee joint, this is our shoulder joint. Like that, we have joints throughout our body to move the bones. How do we move from one place to another place? Muscles, bones and joints in our body help us to move and help us to move our body parts also. Muscles always work in pairs. They expand and contract, pulling the bones to create movement. You can see muscles throughout your body. And bones, they provide support for our body and they provide rigid framework for the movement. They give us shape also. And the joints, bones have different joints between them, allowing them to move smoothly against each other. And along with these muscles, bones and joints, we can find tendons also. Where do we find the tendons? Generally, muscles attach to the bones and tendons also help to join the muscles to the bones. You can see white structures, fiber-like structures here, and these are called as the tendons. And they are the fibrous structures. Some muscles have this type of fibrous structures which are round, white, rope-like fibers at their ends. So they connect the muscles to the bone. And where are the tendons? We can find them above the elbow, beneath our knee and near the ankle. And the next one is ligaments. We have discussed that tendons help us to connect muscles to the bones. But ligaments help us to connect bone to the bone. Two bones are joined with the help of the ligaments. See here, children, this is the thigh bone and this is the calf bone, and those two are joined with the help of the fibrous structures called the ligaments. So ligaments join one bone to the other. And there are some more bones in our body which are important for different movements. What are those different bones in our body? See this clavicle. You can also feel the clavicle. You keep one hand on the waist and slightly raise up to the shoulder level, and with another hand you touch here the one bone which is raised. This raised bone is called as the clavicle. Behind this clavicle you have two shoulder bones. And this is the rib cage which is present in our chest cavity, and it encloses the delicate parts like heart and lungs. And here are some more bones in our body, and this is the backbone. Did you observe how it is? It is a long structure which consists of vertebrae, and this gives us support and this helps us to bend. And this is the pelvic girdle, and this pelvic girdle is made up of pelvis bones and it is present below our waist region, and this is the place where we sit on. And the next, if you touch, you can find some soft and hard structures in your ear. So these hard structures are flexible and they are called as the cartilage. And you can find this type of cartilage at the tip of your nose and also at the joint of the ribs. try to think about these questions. How does one bone help the other bone to move? And next question is, how does the organs and organ systems of our body coordinate with each other? And is there any arrangement between the bones? Yes, definitely. We have two types of joints in our body. The first one is the fixed joint, and another type of joints that are found in our body are movable joints. See here, our skull. Brain is enclosed inside the skull, and this skull consists of number of bones which are fused together. Did you observe here some structures like sutures? These bones are fused together and it is a fixed joint. And here also we have upper jaw and lower jaw. Our lower jaw is movable, but our upper jaw is a fixed joint. So coming to the movable joints, we have four types of movable joints in our body. They are ball and socket joint, hinge joint, neck joint or the pivotal joint, and spring joint. Then where do we find these type of joints? First one is ball and the socket joint. Observe here, the structure is like this. So we can find this type of ball and socket joint in our shoulders and in our hip region. Are you able to rotate your hand completely? Yes, I am able to rotate my hand completely. That is because of this ball and socket joint. Next one is the hinge joint. This hinge joint we can find near our elbows and also at the knees. We are able to move our elbow towards in one direction, and that is the hinge joint. We can see that type of hinge joints in our fingers also. And next one is the neck joint or the pivotal joint. And this joint help us to move our neck to sideways and also to up and down. And also we are able to move our neck in clockwise and anti-clockwise direction. And this type of movement help us to move in such a way. And next one is spring joint. It is our backbone joint, and we are able to bend our body, and we are able to bend our body to the sideways also because of this joint. Okay children, till now we have studied about the movements in animals. Like human beings, all animals move from one place to another place. We have bones, muscles and joints in our body, and animals like snakes, fishes, they also move. They have fins and their stronger muscles help them to move from one place to another place. Try to answer these questions. How do muscles work? Where do you find hinge joint in our body? What is a ligament? And give examples for fixed joints. Thank you.